What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flagrant, and today we're going to be trying something a little bit new here, something we haven't done before. But what I wanted to do was take a gameplay where there was definitely some room to improve upon, and I wanted to go ahead and play the gameplay and break it down in time and see the good, the bad, the ugly, what we can improve on, what we did correctly, what you can do in certain situations here or there. And so I just wanted to try and see if maybe this will help myself improve first and foremost, and also help any of you guys. If there's any tips that you guys pick up on there, and if there's any insight you guys have, let me know in the comments section below of what you think I could have done better here or there, or what you would have done, or how that tip has helped you overcome a certain issue in the game. And other than that, I hope you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here so you never miss any of the upcoming Warzone and Modern Warfare content here on the channel. Thanks, and I will catch you in the gameplay.
In the search bar, he pops up right away. Oh, we got dudes over here fighting.
All right, so you see, the first things first, as I'm looting, I'm looking around, I'm trying to get information on where the enemies are and let my teammates know. I'm dropping a live ping so that way they know exactly where the enemies were at the time. Then I go and proceed to finish looting. We have no immediate threat close, so that's why I was able to take my time to take note of those things and convey it to my team. So as we loot, we're aware of the possible rotation that these enemies that are up here, they could be rotating towards us via the alleyway, coming across the open tarmac. So we have a few different lanes to keep an eye out on.
I need a gun. You shooting at?
I'm being lighting.
Jeez, I ripped him up again. Broke his armor, broke his armor.
Beamed him afterwards. To your right, Reaper. Did you get him?
Is he dead?
No.
No, oh, he has a shotgun.
Did you get him?
Yeah, he's full dead.
Yeah.
Team white, team white.
All right, see, so when Reaper called out there was an enemy, first thing I started doing as soon as I busted open that door on the top of the staircase was that I started pre-aiming. I started looking for where it could come from, because he didn't give me a ping. He didn't make a clear call out of where they were. So I just started looking, started pre-aiming. As soon as I saw them, I had a really bad LMG that had high recoil, so I tried to mount that angle real quick. I put a couple shots, weakened the guy up, gave them some time to push up. And then what you saw was Egyptian and Reaper push up, and Reaper put some shots, and it wasn't clear if he killed him. He did not communicate. He did not say, I got him, I didn't get him, or whatever, and it costed Egyptian to down. Luckily, he was able to double back and take the guy out. But that's why it is so important to have those call-outs, pings, and provide that information to your teammates and not just get lost in tunnel vision in a gunfight.
They're doing a thing right here. They're doing a thing. They're doing one of the gold things right here.
Where?
Oh, a hanger 3.
Hey, Lander.
Lander?
Broken. Oh,
I'm dead.
I think.
Oh, I'm lagging and my aim is fucking up. Oh, I got them both. No.
All right, so what we had there was Reaper accidentally made a ping super close by when he was talking about the recon mission that was way far away. It wasn't really relevant to what we had going on. He was trying to let us know someone was doing a recon there. But that's why we were like, what? Where? So I ended up jumping on top, keeping the high ground on top of that tent near where his marker was in case there actually was an enemy near there. And then I happened to have the angle on an enemy dropping in, quickly drop that guy. And then thankfully my teammate hit that live ping after he got down. So I was able to jump down and to take out the other enemy. Unfortunately, there was a bit of lag and stuff. I wasn't able to really kill the guy in time to save my teammates. But that ping and that communication from my team allowed me to go ahead and finish those kills and keep me alive so that way we can continue with the game.
I need to learn how to drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, putting us in better positions too.
All right, I want you guys to pay attention to my thought process here. I just got shot at while my teammate is dropping money and we're trying to buy our loadouts. So watch the decisions that I make at this time and see how it impacts, the next shorter portion of the game here.
I'm getting shot at. And you left
From
up
I
top.
think.
hit him once. I'm sniping him.
Alright.
Did you grab that money, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the loadout and take it to go.
I'm gonna hit that
He's
last
still up
guy.
there. I'm watching.
I'm gonna drop loadout backside of Jared's building.
Yep, come on. I'm watching. He's not peeking anymore after I sniped him.
All right, so my thought process here is I know Egyptian's on that top roof. He was overlooking while we were moving up to drop money for the buy. He had a sniper. He's keeping eyes out for us. A lot of times I will come across teams of 3 who will just run up all together, combine their money, buy a loadout, and immediately drop it on the buy. And a lot of times they get third party, they get sniped. Everybody sees that the loadout's coming down. They run to right there, and it's pretty obvious nearby. And in this area, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings who have high ground above this buy. It's a terrible spot to get trapped in. So as soon as I get sniped at, I know my sniper has a cross. He said he hit him once. I do a quick peek. I aim check, see if he's peeking again. I immediately go to pick up that money. I buy the loadout and I take it to go. You can take your loadouts to go. You can take it to a safer location and drop it elsewhere. I don't see a lot of people doing it. I know it seems pretty duh, you can do that. But yeah, we take it somewhere safer so that way we can get our loadout without the chance of getting sniped by an enemy that we know is there already.
I'm gonna write mine immediately.
Yep. I'm gonna need some extras.
Okay. Buying
There's
myself.
guys in the airport for
Buying
sure.
UAV. Dropping the rest of my money.
All right, so as soon as my teammate calls in a UAV, immediately I flip open that map, I check where the enemies are, and I start dropping pings on locations where they're at. Even if we don't decide to push that way, we know, hey, there's a group that I saw here on the radar, because radars only last about 20 seconds in this game. So if you can get, 2 or 3 pings down, my other teammates really didn't do it at that point yet, like immediately. But hey, at least one more known location of a team marked out. It says 179 meters. They're fairly close. It gives us the opportunity to rotate that way or stay away from there.
They should be rotating out. We can gatekeep these guys.
They're gonna move to garage, and that's a weird one.
We can try to get like to the bridge maybe, and kind of like gatekeep these guys coming in.
I mean, we can get here and keep them from coming across the bridge.
Yeah, that's fine too.
But
So green ping, right?
how are you
Or
finding
no,
the new
orange,
setup?
orange.
Yo, I'm loving it, Dave. If it looks
All right. So let's go over my decision there for that. Egyptian was talking about going out to the bridges on the highway to maybe try to fight the guys if they were rotating that way. But I kind of overrode that decision and said to come up here to this parking lot because it's higher than the overpasses. It's a higher ground. It's right on edge of circle. They can push into us. There's lots of cover here. Whereas if you're stuck on an overpass and the other team are beaming you, you're pretty much a goner. So that's kind of the reason why we talked it out. We made a decision. He agreed on it, and we rotated that way. Just taking into consideration all those other factors, that's how we made our rotation.
He sees us.
I hit him. I cracked one. Cracked one.
I downed one.
Yeah,
I
you
downed
down
one.
the guy that I hit. The other guy's going for that res.
I'm rotating.
I beamed one.
I'm cracking him. I downed another.
It's all
I'm
you
pushing
then.
up a little bit.
It's all you then. Get your 3 piece, dude.
He's rotating up, I
UAV?
think. Rotating left. Up tape left.
I downed him. Get the cleanup.
Nice. Got your full. Where's the other?
He's down right there.
Oh, two. One more up.
Fuck.
All dead or what?
No. No, Reaper.
Low bucket armor.
Tap me.
That was one tap, wasn't it, bro?
No, I hit him 5 times with the ground.
All right, so I decided to keep the high ground there. I was sniping. I missed quite a few shots. I wasn't really aiming for headshots. I was tapping on the body. After Egyptian had a couple down, I was letting him go for his squad wipe, and I just kind of gave him the opportunity to take that. Unfortunately, they were able to revive, and they ended up getting them because they rotated down low where they didn't really have as much cover here on this little kind of hill area. So it was unfortunate. I was able to push up afterwards and clean them up and get the rest of the kills. But that was my thought process there, was keep sniping, keep the cover fire, and hopefully they were able to win their gunfights. But it just played out unfortunate, and we ended up losing Reaper over it, but I managed to save Egyptian. So in hindsight, I could have pushed down with them. I felt it was more important to keep the high ground, kind of play my life there and see if I can get a knock or two or break some armors for them since I did have the angle. But in hindsight, I might have pushed down with the growl and continue to beam them all, maybe throw some stuns that way to help them out, and we might not have lost Reaper there.
Oh shit.
Parking lot. Cold-blooded.
Okay.
Down.
Nice.
Oh, I'd have been pissed if that wasn't it. Like,
I hit him while he was down.
Can't hit him. Did you get the full kill?
He's dead. No, I got you full. I got you
There we
full.
go. It was not like Reagan for me. That was weird.
All right, watch up top, up top, up top, up top, up top. Super, 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 super. I'm rotating. I rotated a little bit to get a different angle.
Down him up there.
Nice, nice.
Let's fucking peek, bro.
I'm getting sniped at again. From
One more from over there.
one more.
Yeah. He's for sure gonna res that guy, and then...
Oh, 100%. You want to rotate? Get out of here a little bit early.
So pay attention to when I was sniping, I was keeping a head glitch on a truck. Very, very awkward angle from their height to hit me, the way the truck kind of drops down with the hood and stuff like that. I had a nice little head glitch. I was moving around a lot. I kept my left stick moving. I started moving left, right, forward, back while I was scanning the area, trying to see if there was another enemy peeking. I had already eliminated one on their squad, and I had knocked the second. So I figured the third one probably wouldn't take a look at me. And after we were just hitting shots like that, I figured they wouldn't look anymore. So after I determined that it was safe, I decided to move from my position and rotate with Egyptian.
They just jumped. Ripped. The front guy is
Down
ripped.
one. He's gonna get that res behind that car.
Yep.
jump shot. You
Downed him again.
I can't see him, dude.
I can't either.
that storm is gonna be hurting, right?
Oh.
Obviously.
Down. Oh, he's one shot. He's one shot.
Oh,
He just died. Oh, he just died in storm.
I got
Yeah,
the
you
kill
got
for
it.
one of mine. Yeah. He never revived the other guy, I guess. He just...
So what I see a lot of people do when they're in a gunfight like that, see, I had one knocked. A lot of people would immediately start pushing when they knock, hit that good snipe shot. The guys are behind the car, the resing, they'll immediately push up. Egyptian and I were aware of the incoming zone. We kept our angle. We were jumping, staying ahead of zone, rather than take gas damage and fight in the gas and end up both teams losing. We decided to be patient. We ended up knocking one. I ended up getting a full kill. Egyptian ended up getting a kill, and it ended up working out. But the last thing that you want to do is get trapped in the zone there and lose the game because you got overexcited for getting a down. This game requires a lot of patience. When you get a knock, odds are somebody's going to get revived or self-revive, and you have to, be patient, determine the best play possible, and take into account zone. Do they have cover, or do you have to push to the open to get to them, and all of those other types of things.
Ignore that. But that's like close to the wall. It's a bounty close to the wall.
How do you feel about rotating outside edge?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we could send it. We can go for a rooftop.
No. I like that. I like that play.
I'll be back.
Boneyard is. If anybody's hanging out in Boneyard, they're just gonna be wide out.
All right. So my thought process here on that decision, Egyptian saw a bounty. He was thinking, hey, maybe we can complete this mission, maybe get some extra cash and go for our boy. But looking at this circle, I was able to determine that there was going to be a high population of teams in that area, camping rooftops, camping inside buildings, and the odds that we were going to be able to navigate through there safely, get a bounty, and complete the mission were going to be very low odds. Odds are we're going to run into more teams than we can handle or get ambushed by a team that was camping. So I saw a smarter rotation to take the outside edge of the map and to start rotating that way, see if we can catch people rotating out of Boneyard, see if we can, catch any people just laying down on rooftops or things like that. I know that I'm running an AR sniper combo, so I need to stay out in more open, more long to mid-range engagements rather than take those close quarter fights down in the promenade area. So it's very important to take into consideration your class, what the strengths and weaknesses are, and to force yourself into engagements that your setup is going to win in.
There, you drive. You gotta learn. So,
Okay.
You got your learner's permit. Let's go, dude.
I do, Dad. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, easy on the gas, son. Easy on the gas.
Okay. You're making me nervous.
Slow down. Oh my. Your mother's not gonna be happy about that.
Oh, don't tell Mom, please.
I'm trying to scan with my thermal to see if I see anybody up here.
All right, so see that's important. Me and him, we're joking around as he's driving into vehicles. Earlier in the game, he stated he wanted to use vehicles more in order to travel around to spots and make rotations. So I said, go ahead, jump straight into it, learn how to do it. And as he's driving, I'm trying to take a lot of note of the surroundings that we're driving into. I'm scanning with the thermal. Do I see anybody that doesn't have ghosts? Do I see anybody rotating? You know, I'm trying to pay attention for all those things because I know this is an area where people just hang out behind rocks, camp along the trees or the edge of the map. And so I'm trying to look at that in advance. And then I let him know. I'm looking around. I haven't seen anything yet. And we go ahead and continue from there.
Let's hop out. Oh! Bro, no.
Dude, I broke his
way.
armor. I'm selfing.
Yep.
I'm getting naded.
So first thing you see in this gunfight, sure enough, there was definitely campers there just outside of where I could see with my thermal because they were over the edge of the hill. First thing that I did was I grabbed the rocks. I grabbed the heady, and then I peek and I see them. I have a solid object in front of me. Egyptian was to my left, and he was standing up over the hill where they had a lot of easy shots on him. He was out in the open. I had the rock, so luckily he was able to crawl back and start trying to hit his self-revive. And so immediately, to help buy him some time and to allow me time to possibly heal my plates and regain health, is I use my tacticals and my lethals. I throw a couple stun grenades. I throw my C4. I try to back the enemies up off of their head glitch to buy us some time real quick before we continue this fight.
I gotta heal plates. Keep that rock cover. Keep that rock cover.
I down 2.
Oh, to my right. To my right. To my right. Beamed. One shot.
Dead.
I broke his armor. Yeah. Dude.
He said, keep.
All right, so I bought Egyptian time to self-res, and then he was able to heal. And then after that, I told him to switch and grab the rock cover, and he was able to lay down shots for me while I was able to heal. And it ended up working out. He ended up getting a couple knocks. Unfortunately, one of the enemies was able to rotate and catch a flank on us, caught me off guard, but I was able to turn on him right away. I marked him immediately. You saw the ping go up. I explained that he was weak. I said he was one shot. He wasn't really one shot. I broke his armor. It's just in the moment. Call of Duty players, we just say one shot when we don't even hit them. But I beamed him, broke his armor, made him really weak, and easy kill for Egyptian to go ahead and pick it up. He knew exactly where the enemy was because of my ping after I went down, and we were able to continue from there.
Oh, I had double stun, and that's how you were able to have time, and I was able to heal plates.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
One of them cracked me, dude.
Yeah, the first guy, I cracked him big time, and he just got multiple headshots.
Hey, appreciate it, Grammy.
Oh, we could try to finesse this buy.
We need this hill, dude.
We could try to finesse this buy and get Reaper back.
Yeah.
There's a loadout drop that guys landing on the loadout drop north 13.
Guys up to my right. Shooting you.
All right, so Egyptian's focus was to go ahead and come to this buy here. It was center zone. My first instinct was to grab the hill. I wasn't really thinking about buying back my teammates. So when he said that, I kind of second guessed myself and kind of halfway rotated down the hill to overlook the buy to see, do I see anybody there? Egyptian said somebody landed there. So I knew it wasn't safe. So I'm like, all right, let's double back for the hill. But it's always important to grab the edge of the zone, grab the high ground where you're going to have the cover up here in this hill. And then luckily we were able to hear another team's gunfire. I wasn't sure if they were shooting at Egyptian off the rip or if they were shooting at another enemy, but I was able to hear it, and we started to make the play to take this hill.
On the rock. Down. No. Crack. On the rock.
Locked one.
I'm coming up.
He said, where the hell are you?
One more. On me.
Flanked.
You're good.
Dead. One more somewhere.
I don't have a self-revive.
Oh, fuck.
Look over. Just do your thing. Look. I'm getting shot in the back.
Just getting thirsted.
Where?
I'm climbing up.
I might get
you're not safe.
They thirsted you.
Down to your left. Run across the field. More to the right. You see? Oh, you keep seeing
More to the right.
Building. Oh!
Going down here on plates.
Yep. He's like, this
What?
motherfucker doesn't miss. Oh,
Somebody sent something from over there. I don't want to.
May have got it late. Damn. Yo, we almost had a nasty two-piece, dude.
Oh, I saw that guy for like 2 seconds, dude. Ah.
in a 1v4.
All right, so notice here, I'm jumping around. I see those guys, but I don't want to push down here and down to this hill where I would have had a cleaner shot because I don't want to be stuck in the open for teams over here to shoot me, for them to shoot back at me, for a team down at the buy to shoot at me. I'm trying really hard to find a good shot from the cover that I have where I'm protected, where I can lay behind, where I can heal. I don't have a self-revive, so it's very important that I keep the cover that I have.
Disgusting.
All solos. 1v3.
That was just another great shot.
I'm not gonna get that.
That was just a fantastic shot.
1v2.
All solos.
Yep. 1v2.
They just buy somebody back.
He just bought somebody back.
Fuck.
Nice down.
All right, so I knock another guy. I put some great shots on him. I was able to knock him, and now I reposition. I move over where I have a better angle. I have a tree here, and I'm able to just see things better. I know I'm in a 1v1 with a guy knocked.
It's a 1v2, Mike. 1v2.
They're on the hill.
You should have a pistol.
Let him play. You see him.
All right. So I go to throw a stun because I saw a glimpse of him, and he threw a stun at the exact same time, which is a great counterpart. If you're on this low ground and you can make a stun reach up here, it did wonders for him because now I'm disoriented. I'm trying to hit a sniper shot. I end up missing because I have no reticle. And look at that. Instead of switching to my AR and repositioning when I got stunned, I tried to ego snipe him because I had been hitting a lot of great snipes. So this cost me pretty bad here. I take a lot of damage. All right. I full stun him here, correct? I have that hill cover where I could lay down. I'm looking and I'm deciding, and here's where I make a decision that changes the outcome of the game.
Oh yeah.
So I stunned him. I hit markered him with the C4. I heard him a little bit. He has pressure of the zone. I have minimal armor here. I have very, very low armor. I have plates and I haven't healed them yet. If there's a time at all to heal your armor plates, it's right now, as the zone would push him to where he would have no cover or he has to come straight up to me. But I don't make this decision.
No!
See, I had a very, very tough angle on a guy who was laying down, ready to pre-aim me. He knew he had no options. He had to either kill me right there. He had to lay down and kill me right then and there because I already hurt his armor at the C4. I had already stunned him. And now he's waiting for me to overexpose and get anxious because I had him weak, which worked out for him in this game. He played me. I got a little too excited. I thought I could pre-aim and maybe hit a few shots on him and end up winning the game. Unfortunately, I had no armor, so I went down pretty much. Thank you guys so much for watching. One last tip that I wanted to add before we wrap up the video is to learn your lessons from these games. Take note of the things that you've done wrong and don't let them beat you up. After I lost this game and I was aware of the things that costed the game, I let it haunt me for a good hour and a half, and it caused every game after that to be a game where I was self-doubting, questioning all my decisions, not really hitting my shots. I wasn't confident in my rotations, and it costed a lot of games, I think. So that's the biggest and most important thing is when you lose your gunfights or you lose a game or a teammate dies because of a decision you made or things like that, don't let it haunt you. Just move on. Don't die the same way twice. Learn your lesson. Be positive and know, hey, next time I'm in that situation, I'm going to win that fight. I know what to do now. So take that, build your confidence that way. Don't be negative and continue to grow and improve. If you haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let me know in the comments section below if you'd like this to be a regular series where we break down good gameplays, bad gameplays, and come up with tips and improvement. I know for sure it's going to help me out, so hopefully it helps you guys out. With all that out of the way, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one.